Hi everyone, welcome. I have a very exciting review today. So this is the Colorya 40 dual tip markers. These are alcohol based markers and they are the dual tips. So these were sent to me to review. I have colored a page in them. So I will show you the page I've done and then we'll kind of play with them a little bit in the book I have out. So to start with, I will show you the colors. So the case is a plastic case, has a locking latch and a handle if you want to take it anywhere. Another cool thing is it is not crammed full like some of the cases you get. So if you wanted to take your favorite white Posca with you or your black one, or if you have a favorite set of gel pens, you could set them in the corner and take them with you wherever you need to color. So I found that kind of handy. Color wise, I did have them in kind of rainbow order so you could see what of each color you get, but obviously because there's wiggle room, they don't stay in that order. But you do get a red. You don't get a real like deep red, but you do get these reds. You get 3 yellows, you get 3 greens, you get quite a few blues, you do get 2 browns, actually 3 browns I do believe. So this is the color swatching chart. These are all the colors that come in this set. Scoot it down a little, make sure everybody's on camera. So obviously I did black, grays, and browns, and then a couple colors tricked me, like this one is called Brick, I believe. Yes, Brick. And so I was assuming it was going to be a red, but it's leaning more towards brown. So a couple of them are a little mixed up out of order, but for the most part, these are the colors you get. These are your reds, oranges, you get lots of yellows. Not a lot for skin tones. You could maybe use those two. In the corner here, I did blending. So this is a blend without the marker that is provided, without the colorless blender. And then these two are with the colorless blender. So I think it just kind of depends on your paper, your blending, and what effect you're looking for. But I was very happy with the color selection. So now we will take a peek at these markers. First, let's do this. This book I'm gonna work in is Gnomes in the Neighborhood by Denise Klett. And I just kind of picked a simple page with a big background that I could try lots of things out on. This is my tester book, so I'm not too worried if things don't go so well because I have another copy. So we'll just kind of play around and see what we can do. Cheerful Inspirations is the book I colored my page in with these markers. So this is what I did. And obviously I didn't use all the colors, but I tried out the blues and the greens and the different shades of brown. I tried the colorless blender on there. I tried and see how gel pen went over them, if a lot of ink soaked up and changed the gel pen colors. I tried the fine tip side and the chisel tip, and I think it came out pretty well. So pretty happy with how they've worked so far. So, moving on. Moving on, I think we will start with the flowers and maybe we'll just do like a 3 color blend on each. So maybe like red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple, pink, red, orange. So, just gonna pick some random colors here. I am a lefty, so I'm gonna tilt this a little and push it up so hopefully it'll stay on camera. So actually I think I'm gonna go red. Let's see what colors I want to do, because this middle one is going to be the main focus. So maybe I want to do pink, purple, blue. So we're going to pull 554, and I'm just looking off my color sheet to decide what colors I think are going to blend. I haven't used these markers a whole lot yet, so I don't know them perfectly. And then 411 maybe for a blue. No, let's go darker. Let's go 477. Okay, so these are the markers I'm going to try to blend. And actually, I think I'm going to start with 522 just as a kind of starter color. So when we look at the marker, we see that they are the white triangle barrel. They have the dots on the caps for grip. They say Colorya, and it says fine and bold dual tip alcohol based marker. And you do have the number and the name on both sides. So 522 rose quartz on both sides. So you get the fine tip and the chisel tip, which are my favorite kind of marker. I love to just be able to swap around and go. So we are going to start with this color, and we're just going to go just a little bit around here. I'm not going to worry about shading in like the white spots a whole lot, just because this is mainly to check out the markers. So we will just stick with kind of the basic coloring here. Okay. And then as we go on, we're going to want to make sure we somewhat have an even layer of each color, because we don't want a big glob of pink and then very little purple and blue at the ends. So I'm just going to kind of eye it, and I will go back and blend these better when I make sure I have everything how I want it. And I know there's shadows. I'm sorry, we were 70 degrees all week. Now all of a sudden it's snowing outside. So teach me to procrastinate on getting my videos up. Now it's cloudy outside. I can't get the light right. Okay, another important thing when you're doing strokes like this with markers is you want to follow the shape of your petals. You don't, want your petal to be going downward and your line to be going sideways. It'll give off an odd look. I'm just gonna pull this pink down a little more, because when I blend, I will lose some of it, this shade of pink. So I want to make sure I have enough to have an equal amount. And I'm going to pull it actually down a little further so that when I blend it with that purple, I will still have enough. I think that looks good. Okay, now we're going to try, I wonder if I want to put one more color in between this purple. But I don't have a lot of options for colors between these two, so we're gonna just jump in and hope these blend. So this Colorya worked out pretty good. I am glad they sent them to me. I did have to do like the you buy them and we send you a gift card, but it was quick. It wasn't like as soon as they got the Amazon notice that my markers had shipped and were on the way, my gift card was in my email, so it worked out really well. I have no complaints with that. Their customer service, when I was a little confused on everything, was great. They were very sweet, quick to reply, so I have no complaints there either. One of the better ones I have tried. Always in the market for alcohol markers. There's so many things you can do with them. I'm gonna bring it out a little more just so my blue can blend. Alright. I know it's looking pretty rough, but hold on. Give me a minute to work my magic here. Hopefully. Anyway. They actually dry pretty streak-free if you color in one swift motion like you're supposed to, and not how I'm doing it at the moment. But I can fix that at the end, so not too worried about it. Okay, also going in with the chisel tip on this end. I like the chisel tip for bigger areas. What I might actually do is just leave a little tip at the end for a lighter blue, just so it's not so dark all the way. That's a good idea. Okay, as you can see, just like colored pencils, coloring into the purple. Leaving that little bit of blue. Alright, so pull this down a little further. I don't need that much. So I'm going to look when I'm done, make sure I got everything how I want it. Pull this one down a little more. And I can see I missed a little purple there, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to swap to the fine tip. We're just going to go put in that little bit there. Okay, now what we're gonna do is work our way backwards. I'm gonna put my light blue in before I forget. This one is the Coastal Blue. Oh, went out of the lines a little bit. That's all right. You just color in circles over where your markers meet. That's how I blend alcohol markers. And these markers blend beautifully. They're very juicy. They last quite a while. I've done quite a bit of testing with these blue ones already, and they still are working good. So I won't be able to tell you how long for a little while longer yet, but they're already doing better than some of the markers I have tried. Just blending, blending, blending. And this is also where if you didn't want to do it like this, you could take your blending marker. They do dull down your colors a little, but not like incredibly bad. So we are just gonna blend. And then I'll go back with the dark blue and fix this blend a little bit. But I know this is not the most exciting part of watching, because it does take a minute to kind of work the colors together. This one right here is not okay. Okay. As you can see, the marker, when you start to get thicker, does run out of the lines a little bit. Usually not a big deal. I'll just take a black fine liner and go around it, or depending on what color my background ends up being, it'll probably hide it anyway. So, okay, we're gonna go in with the pink. I need to do my purple and blue, but I kind of want to do the parts you can see first, and then I'll do that off camera. I can see this one is gonna take a couple layers, just because when you transition colors, you're kind of supposed to go. I should have one more color in between these two. I still might add, so I think I'm gonna go back in and I'm gonna pull 566. And I'm just gonna add a little, not a whole lot, because this isn't a color I want predominantly on my flower. But I do need a blending color. They're just not pulling together like I need them to. So just going over the very edge where the purple meets the pink. And then because I did pull this color in, I will probably, when I am done, go over my lines like that just to kind of pull it together. Much better, much better. Had a feeling it's gonna need another color. We were pretty far apart there. So that worked out good. So that is my color, my flower, and my blending. These are the Colorya markers. I hope you enjoyed watching, and if you're interested in checking these markers out, I will leave a link down below. I got mine on Amazon for, I think it was $22. So they're not incredibly pricey. So there you have it. Let me get these markers back and I will show you the cover one more time in case you are interested in buying them. So these are the markers. I thank you for watching. I hope to see you next video, and links to purchase will be down below.